were Jay Schrader's winning numbers last November, and tonight the story continues as Schrader leads the Redskins into Giants Stadium against Lawrence Taylor, Joe Morris, and the rest of the New York Giants. It's for a share of the lead in the tough NFC East, and you'll see it tonight on ABC's Monday Night Football. And he is a pro, Billy Kilmer. It's 1st and 10 for the Redskins. The ball just beyond their 30-yard line. The play fake. This is going for Roy Jefferson. Jefferson beats Meadows. His score. On 4th down, goal to go at the 1. Reverse. It's a reverse to the tight end. Gary Lewis. And he didn't get in. Oh, what a good defensive. Great defensive play by All-Pro Mark Haynes. Great play. I thought he had it to walk in.
2nd and 9.
Here comes safety blitz. Bill Sims reads it.
Timing play, tipped and caught, and breaking free is Johnson for the touchdown.
We are live from Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, a key NFC Eastern Division game matching two longtime NFL rivals, the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants.
And again with Moak going in motion, it's Morris looking for room, breaking free, past the 30, has a first down at the 33-yard line. Darrell Green making the tackle.
There he is on the move, much like the Redskins operate.
Fake to Morris, pressure applied, but Sims gets it off. And close to a first down to Bobby Johnson, a man they must rely on tonight in the absence of Lionel Manuel. And the other problems the Giants have had, Johnson could be a very key figure. First minute of play. Carthen, back of Morris, slips inside and picks up a first down, a 3-yard gain out to the 45-yard line. Maurice Carthen, the blocking back, the short yardage specialist, and on 2nd and 1, he gets the first.
A formation that could be a big asset to the run.
And this time out of the eye, it's Morris. Past the 50, down to the 47-yard line. The block by Maurice Carthen, springing them. So they come up in the eye and they get into Redskin territory.
The Giants want to try and keep this on the ground as much as they can and move it that way.
2nd and a short 2, and has another first down. And so the Giants have reeled off 3 straight as he takes it down to the 43-yard line. Dean Hamill, number 78, making the tackle. Out of the 43 with Johnson wide to the right, Moak going in motion. And Morris carries for the 4th time. Big hole from Morris inside the 30, down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 22, and Morris has already gained 42 yards on this drive.
Solomon, Miller. The Giants, again, as I mentioned, only one veteran wide receiver, Bobby Johnson, and they're in the passing situation at the moment.
3rd and 8, shotgun. Sims looks over the middle, throws, and it's tipped away at the last moment by Alvin Walton. Will be a 37-yarder for Allegre, who was signed last month. He's the 3rd man to kick for the Giants this season. Rutledge holds, and the kick is good. And so the Giants move impressively down the field, come up a little short, but still get 3 and take the lead with 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Have the watchman concession in this ballpark. Allegre putting it in the air, and Jenkins takes it at the 5. Past the 20, the 30, and out to the 40-yard line. A nice run back by Ken Jenkins, the 4th-year man, the versatile one, out of Bucknell. And Griffin takes his spot as the ace back in this set. And with Art Monk coming in motion to this side on 3rd down and 6, Schrader looking for Monk, who's covered well, and then goes deep, and it's batted away. Gary Clark had it batted away by Mark Collins. Had Collins not made the play, it would have been very close, as Clark was right there on the sideline. Rodgers out and Keith Griffin in now, and Monk goes in motion to the far side. 2nd and 11. Schrader, screen for Griffin. Hit Andy Hedden, number 54, who doesn't get a lot of ink because he's the other linebacker. Receiver to the left. Schrader pump faking toward Monk, escaping a tackle, but thrown out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Well shy of the first down. Jerome Sally threw him out. Game 7. First down, Giants from the 20-yard line. Sims to Morris. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Olkowitz in on the stop, and Hamill put the pressure.
Out of Barbaro in there on their very first series.
2nd and 3. Morris for a first down and a lot more. To the 43-yard line and a run down by Charles Mann. Right now, since they're minus so many weapons.
Again, the lead blocker is Carthen. 2 tight end offense. Number 84, see that? He got enough of a block out there against number 57 Malott to let Morris break inside. But the big concern right now is the fact that Morris is not getting up, and they are looking at his left knee.
And right now, George Young is pretty happy, and so is Parcells. They made that deal for Anderson a couple of weeks ago.
Morris went down, and Charles Mann went down right on top of him, and they slid along the turf for several yards. Joe Morris, who came up really 5 years ago, as we look at the reverse angle, didn't play that much the first 3 years, and then all of a sudden blossomed into a major superstar in '84. And then last year was sensational with over 1,300 yards and gets an ovation as he leaves the field, and he does appear to be all right.
Giants at the 43. Sims over the middle to Galbraith into Washington territory. First down at the 42-yard line.
Galbraith has been doing that for a decade now.
At the 42. This will be the final play of the period as Sims goes over the middle and has the tight end Bavaro trying to shake free. And he's able to garner another couple of yards and make it 2nd down and 2 as the period runs out.
On the wing position, he's been doing a lot of motion from that spot.
And Morris is back in the game on 2nd and 2, and they give it to Joe, and he's got a first down. To the 24-yard line as this impressive Giants march continues, and Darrell Green comes up to make the tackle. First and 10 from the 24. Morris again back of Carthen and takes it down to the 19-yard line.
More than durable.
And he's the eye back here, and he's durable enough to carry for the 3rd time in a row and take the ball to the 13-yard line. And close to a first down, and he has it. So the march continues as Daniels and Mann make the tackle. And Morris, and that's very impressive in light of the fact that we mentioned before, the one bugaboo for his opposite number tonight, Rogers, has been fumbling.
There's also a lot of talk about him being terribly unhappy and not wanting to play there.
2nd and 8. Sims's 5 completions have gone to 5 different receivers, and here's Morris for the touchdown. And the block by Anderson. Otis Anderson, who never wanted to be a fullback or a blocking back, but is just happy to be here, and the Giants are happy he's here, and so is Morris on that particular play.
He gets a big block from Anderson, but he got great penetration at the line of scrimmage. There was one miss there, and then out in front, a couple of Giants gets the block from Anderson, kind of a shielding block, if you will. But over on the right side, Nelson was there, Godfrey was there. They did a tremendous job in succeeding kickoff.
Calvin Daniels was offside. Joe Morris has given the Giants a 10-0 advantage.
Let's look at it again. This run and the others you've been watching against what was the 3rd best defense in the NFL only a year ago. It is not even nearly close to that this year, and the Giants are moving it ever so easily on the ground.
From the 24. Flushed out and down.
Oh, they're hot tonight. They're everywhere. George Martin was there.
Sims to Morris out at the 40-yard line. And Joe is stopped at the 42 by Neil Olkowitz. It'll be
Solomon Miller, the rookie wide receiver. Now they are back in their very effective running formation.
And it's Morris cutting inside of Anderson, but he's shy of the first down. And again, it's Olkowitz, 52, who's all over the place. 10-yard line. Good, deep, angled kick. And a very fortuitous New York bounce. And the Redskins are buried deep at the 5. 8:10 to go in the half. Monk in motion. Schrader fakes the draw and then finds Didier. And Didier takes it out to the 17, so they have breathing room and a first down. From the 17, Schrader complete to Rogers, and Rogers at the 30-yard line, Reasons makes the tackle, and that's when you look for receiver number 5. His not catching a touchdown pass. We'll pick up in a minute. First down, Rogers to the 35. In the history of the NFL, there are only two running backs who've carried the ball at least 1,000 times. In other words, two long-time running backs who've never caught a touchdown pass. One is Rogers, and the other, Earl Campbell. 6. Monk in motion. And Schrader going deep and bumping going on, and no flag with Clark and Williams, and the officials saying that both were making an effort for the ball. Giants 10, Redskins nothing. Schrader for Monk. First down, flag down near the 45-yard line and away from the play. We've got a penalty marker.
Illegal contact, number 46, defense. Penalty will be declined. First down.
Greg Lasker.
Giants had the #1 defense, but Greg Lasker is one of 5 rookies that are on that defensive unit alone. And from most teams.
Crowd is responding to what's happening at Shea. And they're reacting to the Mets as Schrader goes deep for Clark, and Clark makes the catch and gets down to the 5-yard line where Mark Collins got beat and finally makes the tackle. So they're happy about the Mets at Shea and not too happy about what just happened here on a 49-yard reception by Clark.
And they put Gary Clark out to the left. Again, Didier is the man they like to work with down in the close yardage area.
Clark and Monk to the left. Didier goes in motion. Ricky Sanders to the right. Schrader has to scramble. Fires low. Incomplete.
Again, they chase Schrader out of the pocket.
To make good on his first field goal as a Redskin. He missed his only attempt last week against St. Louis. And there's his first 3-pointer as a Washingtonian. 3:21 to go in the first half as the Skins get on the board, but they're not too happy about it.
Around him. They believe in him.
2nd and 15 from the 37-yard line. Schrader slipping and sacked. Taylor gets credit. Schrader felt his breath. Let's take the timeout.
Taylor again coming from over the right side. You can block him at the line of scrimmage, but he's so quick when he slips off that block that he's there. Schrader, of course, having his own problems and lost that split second. And
keep it on the ground and give it to Keith Griffin. Nothing.
Time to tick away a few seconds and force the Giants to use another timeout.
Here or a radio or whatever, or word of mouth, and the Giants are going to get the ball back. What else would you like to know? Cox to McConkey at the 33, and McConkey takes it to the 40-yard line. And so the Giants with 1 timeout and 1:14 after a 44-yard punt and an 8-yard run back. And the only receiver set to the left is Johnson. Sims goes the other way and hits Bavaro, the tight end, and he fights his way into Washington territory and goes out of bounds at the 48. So a first down, and he stops the clock as well with 1:07.
He's down, get it out of bounds, stop the clock, and conserve the one timeout you have remaining.
Inside give to Galbraith, and Galbraith has a first down as he gets to the 36-yard line. First down from the 36. Sims, flag thrown. McConkey makes the leaping catch, has a first down, but a marker is down.
Illegal hands to the face. Number 65 offense, still first down.
Bart Oates, the center. And 20 from the 46. Allegre's longest kick this season is 44. They work from the shotgun. Dumped to Galbraith over the middle. And Galbraith will stay in bounds. Obviously, he's in the middle of the field at the 37-yard line. And thus the Giants are compelled to use their final timeout here. Right now, it would be a 55-yard field goal attempt if they can't pick up any more yardage. They dump it to Galbraith. Galbraith escapes one tackle and then gets to the 28-yard line. Malott got screamed out. But however, right at the moment, you've got the clock running down. Sims wants the ball down.
They'll get a pass off and stop the clock. That's
maybe
what they're trying to do.
Maybe, just barely. Just barely.
They have put the thrill back in the conversion of the field goal here at Giant Stadium.
Jeff Rutledge to hold. Good snap, good placement, good kick.
And a good effort to get it into field goal range after they picked up that penalty.
13-3 Jints at the half. Back after this word and a message from your local station. Period.
Where the Giants have really been effective is on the ground, and they have been using both the tight ends. Bavaro
sends Didier in motion, and that's Rogers behind him. Fake to George, and going deep on the first play of the half, and it's caught at the 43-yard line. A nice catch by Gary Clark.
He looked up, saw it instantly, knew he was going to have the individual coverage, and he had Clark on Collins. Clark has beaten Collins now on a couple of occasions, and once again, had Schrader put that out just a little farther, that would have been a 6-pointer. A couple times now he has underthrown Gary Clark in what could have been touchdowns, and that underthrowing it by about a yard allows Collins to make up the distance between them, and they are talking about something now down on the field. Monk, their great receiver, away from them tonight.
3rd and 10. It's Warren who makes the catch at the 38, and Warren gets to the 34, and he does not have the first down. So it's going to be 4th and a yard, or maybe 2 at most. Collins makes the tackle. It's not a bad idea. And George pulls ahead, and let's see where they mark it. Harry Carson leading the charge.
30 pounds, and Banks is slow getting up.
Rogers to the 25, a gain of 8, and it's Lawrence Taylor who'll get credit for the initial hit.
Defense. They don't have a lot of spectacular players, just steady, hard, fighting football players, but they feature defense.
On 3rd and inches, they put it up and have it batted away. Carson got his hand on it. Odd call, very odd call. But I guess they figure they'll go for it on 4th down.
Line, and they believe in Rogers.
But the Giants stop them.
They'll have to rethink it.
Yep.
I'd say that's challenging a very tough defense.
As they meet George head on, and the Giants take over and continue to lead by 10. First down, it's Morris slanting his way close to a first down, run out by Darrell Green. 1/2 yards of carry. He's carried the ball 18 times. 3rd and 2. Sims batted incomplete. And Bavaro got tangled up at its own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Rodgers still going nowhere, and the tackle made by Jim Burt, who will live forever in my mind because he was the guy. Remember when they beat the Raiders in L.A. and Parcells was so excited and Bill was coming off the field and he almost took his head off. 2nd and 9. Picked off at the 45 by Perry Williams. And back to the 30.
Athlete at that cornerback position, took over for Mark Haynes a year ago, comes up with the interception. Good field position, Phil.
9:10 to play, 3rd period. Sims going for the end zone for Johnson. Touchdown.
That's spectacular. A great throw. Sims had to have it right there, and Johnson was able to concentrate and hold on to it. Let's take a look at Sims. Good protection. Both the backs took a quick look. No blitz. Anderson looked, Morris looked, and then they both went into the pattern. It left Dean all alone against Johnson, and
the extra point by Allegre here. And Johnson a little too slow in responding to his injuries in the estimation of Bill Parcells, and kind of in and out of a small doghouse, but very much best in show here as he makes the catch for the TD, and the Giants lead it 20-3. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. And out to the 28 goes Gary Clark for a gain of 5. And with Clark in motion, Schrader under pressure, and gets it off, and deep and out in front is Sanders. He's inside the 20, the 10, and he gets Washington very much back in the game. That Ricky Sanders was able to get loose for 71 yards.
Let's take a look at it. Again, Ricky Sanders, he has superb speed, and Collins was playing it. They have been getting behind Collins all night long. That time, he just stepped on his foot. Saunders almost stayed on his feet to get it into the end zone, and this is what the Redskins had to have.
Rodgers, the eye back, and Rodgers with the ball, and the touchdown as Rodgers gets in there.
And they needed this. They needed something big, and they come right back. Sign of a good football team, a well-coached football team. They did get the break with Collins falling down, but they capitalized on it. They get it into the end zone, and they keep themselves alive.
Gets right back in it. It is 20-10.
Barry Wilburn in there in the secondary.
Solomon Miller was the man in motion. And Sims gets sacked at the 20. And a big defensive play for the Redskins, because they're going to force a punt and get the ball back in what should be pretty good position. Dexter Manley gets the sack.
He goes against Brad Benson, number 60. Sims had a lot of time, plenty of time to get rid of the ball. The block was held long enough, but there were no receivers open downfield. The nickel defense covering the Giants from their own 10-yard line.
Good kick by Landeta. It backs Darrell Green up to the 26, and one of the NFL's fastest men returns it to the 35-yard line.
Position.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 52, kicking team, 1st down.
That was kind of picky.
Monk in motion. Schrader over the middle, wide open is Clark at the 35-yard line, and he takes it to the 32.
And they continue to look at Kenny Hill. But credit the Washington Redskins. They have stayed right with it. They have started to move the football. The Giants have pretty much taken Art Monk out of the game tonight. But in doing so, the Giants have allowed Gary Clark to run relatively free out there, and they have been wise enough and quick enough to pick up on it. And they have really worked Gary Clark against the Giants defense. He has been the big factor.
2nd and 10. Didier in motion. And Schrader sacked. Guess who?
Oh, he's having a night, isn't he?
Schrader, and wide open is Clark. Touchdown. As the Giants with a major malfunction in the secondary. Welch was in the area, but he got by Williams. Williams may have been the man left hung out to dry.
So you could talk with him, but Perry Williams up there and passes him off. He obviously is thinking zone. Welch, who has come in for an injured Kenny Hill, is not back there in the zone position where, in all probability, he should have been. And another easy one. And the Redskins stay in it.
The Giants malfunctioning in the secondary, and the Skins are within 3 or 12 to go in the third. Great scene because the Mets are on the verge of winning the World Series, and he's asking for quiet in a different sense. And the pass is caught out at the 28-yard line by Joe Morris, and that should be enough for a first down.
Eyes on the first down marker, and since the sticks.
And the Mets just won the World Series, so that's the reason for the response. And that'll create a little bit of a delay here while the crowd settles down.
It will. And it'll delay things considerably for the next few days in New York.
Sims wants quiet. Good luck, Phil. From the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 at the 28. Sims to Morris. 40, 45, and out to the 48-yard line, and Darrell Green makes the tackle. On 3rd and 8. They have to get to the 42, and they do to the 39, but there's a marker down. Galbraith made the catch against Washington.
It was very effective with the run.
Over the middle, Morris dragged down by his shirt at the 22-yard line. And Little Joe has him roaring as the third period comes to a halt. And 9 at the 21-yard line. Complete to Bavaro, and the tight end gets to the 12-yard line.
Carries 112 yards, 5 receptions, 59 yards.
3rd and 1, and he takes it to the 12, and this is going to be an interesting little measurement here.
Making a lot more yardage. He made enough.
2nd and 8 from the 10. Look out from behind. Dexter Manley with the sack.
There he is again, his second of the night.
And Miller and McConkey come to the right, and Johnson goes to the left out of the shotgun. And it's dumped off for Bavaro, and Bavaro gets racked up as he reaches the 12-yard line. And he's been dead perfect tonight, but not here. Just wide. Wide to the right, barely. And so the Giants moving down the field, and a very important drive, and all Parcells can do is shake his head, and well he should, because the Skins get it back down by 3 against the Giants. He's got 2 catches tonight, and he's in motion here on 3rd and 7. And Schrader looking for him, and Monk can't get free, and it's picked off by Welch. And Welch takes it back to the Washington 44. As Monk had beaten the initial coverage, he'd gotten behind the one back, but then Welch came over.
Taken in the 3rd round with the Redskins.
But now as he is on the bench, it is Sims back on 2nd and 10, and buried back at his own 46-yard line. Neil Olkowitz, who had a big first half, but has been relatively silent here in the second half until now. To play in the 4th period. Giants up by 3. Sims to Galbraith, and he's 10 yards shy of the first down.
Boy, this has been a tough game defensively.
Schrader, low throw and a late hit, and a flag already had been thrown on the pass intended for Clark.
Holding number 25 defense. First down.
Been a long night.
Mark Collins fell down once. At one point, they led by 17 here, 20-3. Schrader Going deep, looking for Monk. He's one-on-one with Williams. He gets inside position and takes it to the 35. Williams had him covered, but Monk with that great experience, and that's why you see Monk in the Pro Bowl so often. He got the inside position and never let Williams come around him.
And Monk got inside and took it away from Williams. Williams had good position on him. It was just a super athletic move on the part of one of the great receivers in this game.
To the right. And Schrader going over the middle and finds Clark at the 18-yard line. Taylor says no, but the officials say yes. It's lead by 3. Warren in motion. Fake to Rogers. Knocked down. Mark Collins got a hand on it. Clark was the intended receiver. Taylor, sacked.
They knew he was coming. They couldn't do anything about it. He's so quick. He's so strong.
For a first. Schrader over the middle. It's Clark again. Breaks the tackle. Down he goes at the 13. He's 4 yards shy of the first, but he's put him in a position to tie the game from this range. And the kick has tied it with 4:06 to play in the fourth. The Redskins have overcome a 17-point deficit. And at the Meadowlands, it's Washington 20 and the Giants 20. From the 19, Sims. Well underthrown. He was under some pressure, and it was Johnson who was sort of in the neighborhood. And Neil Olkowitz is the guy who hit Sims.
Sims is hurt.
But Sims stays in for the moment. Miller goes wide right. And with Miller in motion, it's Morris. Past the 25, and a nice move to take it out to the 29 and close to a first down. 1st and 10. Sims lofting it for Bavaro. He got hung up, and he'll get the penalty call because Alvin Walton was right there with him. 35-yard line. Sims under pressure and incomplete. Again intended for Bavaro. And it's Bavaro and Walton again. And Dexter Manley, who's had a couple of sacks already tonight, a total of 2, put the pressure on, but a flag. And this time it's against Washington. Sims lofting it deep for Miller and broken up at the last instant. Darrell Green, one of the NFL's fastest men, and some would say #1.
Had the ball there. Maybe he could have put a little more on it to get it to Miller, but it was a great effort by Darrell Green. World-class sprinter at Texas A&I a few years ago.
3rd and 10. Sims over the middle and open there is Johnson for a first down at the 46-yard line. With 2:58 remaining.
Reasons I'm sure right now are entering the mind of Bill Parcells.
Sims looking for Miller, and he makes the catch, and a flag goes down at the 22-yard line.
He only had 1 foot in, and it's going to go against Solomon Miller.
For 1st and 20. Miller in motion. Morris gets the give. Morris into Washington territory to the 40, the 30, to the 22.
He's been the offense all night.
It's very close to the 2-minute warning. The clock is momentarily stopped at 2:03.
Breaking it back against the grain, spots a little bit of an opening, just breaks away from Vernon Dean, turns on the speed. He has great short speed, not a long sprinter type speed, but he can accelerate. And you saw it right there as he gets down to the 22-yard line, and another Giants first down.
10 New York at the 22. And they give it to Morris. And Morris slips a tackle and then gets to the 18-yard line as he ran in and out of the hands of Dexter Manley. and then Manley makes the tackle. 2nd and 5. Morris takes it inside the 15 to the 13. And now another Washington timeout, and what this means is it becomes almost imperative for Washington to stop the Giants on this play, because if the Giants were to pick up a first down now on 3rd and 1, they could run that clock all the way down with Carthen and Morris. And Carthen leading the way for Morris, and Morris has the first down, and Morris has the touchdown.
And we're looking at a three-way tie in the NFC East. The little man has been doing it all night long. What a night. They said he played his best game, Al, last week against Seattle. How about this one tonight?
In a losing effort, he gained 116 yards and comes back tonight and up and over 180.
Certainly the season's best and one of his best ever. Turns on the speed into the end zone. And now the Redskins are gathered on the sidelines under Joe Gibbs. They have come back on many occasions from a similar situation or similar situations. Again, the block by Chris Godfrey that sprung Morris to the outside. Not a bad one by Carthen also. And he just does get in.
Meanwhile, the Giant defense will have to think about containing Gary Clark, who's had a huge night with 8 catches. Right. On 2nd and 10 to Clark, who gets free underneath and hit down at the 45-yard line by Carl Banks. Across the middle of the field. First down at the 46. For Clark again, he's free again at the 37-yard line. He's having an amazing night. 10 catches for Clark. 2nd and 10. Three-man rush over the middle, in and out of Clark's hands, and that time he was quadrupled. 3rd and 15. Over the middle at the 30, it is Clark again. Amazing. He's just set a Redskins record, but it's 4th down and 3, and Washington has to use a timeout. To the right. Everybody in the pattern.
That's moving again, right side of the Redskins.
It's Didier, but again, we've got a flag down before the play.
Over the right side, I think it was Mark May this time.
Clark left, Monk right. And falling down was Clark, and he was open. Of all ways to end a record-setting evening. He just makes the catch of the night. He's wide open and falls down. And maybe the slippery turf and the rain that just started 10 minutes ago may have cost him his footing.
First against Kenny Hill, who will try to get that allowable bump in there within 5 yards. Clark gets away from that, works his way into the clear. He is wide open. Schrader had it behind him, and Clark tried to come back for it. And it is a little damp, and down he goes. The Giants now can run out the clock with 17 seconds remaining.
New York defeats Washington after giving up a 17-point cushion, coming up short. And at the halfway mark of the season, Dallas, New York, and Washington 6-2. And at the end, the gods and the rain gods were very much with the Giants. It appeared to be very evident on that last play on what would have been a first down. Clark, so brilliant all night, losing his footing on the slippery turf. Meanwhile, 420 yards tonight, throwing for Jay Schrader.